an ICE detention center in Miami forced detainees to kneel like dogs and eat off styrofoam plates.
Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share where internet is reacting to the fact that the people on the ICE detention center are calling out for help. They are practically being treated like slaves, and this actually got the whole of the social platform reacting, and I was able to put out some of those stitches, lovelies. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So lovelies, let's dive into it to see what these ICE detention centers are turning into.
This is a major news update regarding ICE immigration and detention centers. It looks like The Guardian just released an article alleging that an ICE detention center in Miami forced detainees to kneel like dogs and eat off styrofoam plates. Here is a snippet of the article. So it looks like they're making them eat like dogs, and this is just continuing to fuel the remarks and the rumors of inhumane conditions. Democratic lawmakers did visit the Alligator Alcatraz and confirmed that they witnessed inhumane conditions, but nobody, not even the public eye, has yet to see the actual facilities that is being run by ICE and by Trump's administration. This report comes from the Human Rights Watch, written by The Guardian, and they said that they interviewed a man named Pedro who said they were stuffed into cells and then giving slop to eat and then were forced to kneel and eat off styrofoam plates. The problem with this is that no news or media has been able to publicly go in and take video and photo of the facilities that Trump's administration has been using for ICE detention since the inception of Alligator Alcatraz. This is sparking a lack of transparency, and people just want answers. You can follow me for more news updates, but you don't have to.
Outside of the Chrome Detention Center, this is a all-male immigration detention center, primarily for immigrants that have criminal convictions, although my detained visit was with a female. Detention facilities are incredibly overcrowded. They don't have places to put female detainees, and now they are bringing them to the Chrome Detention Center. The approximate maximum amount of detainees that they can hold is about 500, and currently they have over 1,000. Right now, there's between 25 to 30 females that are being detained in this all-male detention center. My client entered on the visa waiver program from Europe. She overstayed her 90 days. She's never been arrested for any crime, has no criminal history. She's been living in the United States for several years and was flying out of Puerto Rico back to New Jersey, where Customs and Border Protection officers in Puerto Rico pulled her out of the airplane line, checked her immigration status, and confirmed that she was in fact an overstay, and that's when they detained her. Her and about 25 other women are sleeping on concrete floors with no blankets. There's absolutely no privacy. Men can see into women that they're publicly using the bathroom. There is no medical attention given. They've gone hours without water. They're not given any fresh underwears, and they are told that they can only take showers every other day. Her last shower was for about 2 minutes, and there is no privacy. She is set to be transferred out of Chrome within the next day or so to a facility, but for now she is detained and not eligible for any bond while she goes through this process.
Hey guys, listen, there have been some disturbing reports coming out of a immigrant camp in Miami. They're saying, it's been reported that the immigrants in the camp are being made to eat by kneeling in front of a styrofoam bowl like a dog and eat. It's also been reported that they kept the detainees on the bus for so long that they had to wind up defecating on the bus, and they did it so much till it got clogged, and they were sitting on the bus and it was smelling like feces. They're saying that the women in the facilities are being forced to use the bathroom in front of men, and also that they're saying that there's this room they call the freezer or whatever, that it's just cold concrete, no beds, no blankets, nothing, and it's extremely cold. And then they said that there was one incident where there's no medical attention at all. One man started vomiting up blood, coughing up blood, and then with the person that protested the treatment, they broke his fingers. This is being reported coming out of Miami, and they're saying this is why they want to move this facility over to Alligator Alcatra, so they can hide, so they don't have to, that they can hide the abuse that they're doing. So these people are treating these people the way they are and then going home to their families. It is something really sick and twisted that will allow you to treat another human being in that manner and then go home to your family. You are a very sick and twisted individual. And anyone who supports these ventures, that says it all. So just wanted to let you guys know that came out. Look it up, research, and see what you can find out about it. Just wanted to put it out there. You know what I know, you know. So we'll chat again later. Holler.
Hey, you know what I was wondering? What has happened? Okay, wait a minute. The people that ICE have kidnapped, taken, sent to prison, sent overseas, disappeared. ICE, Homeland Security. And we know many of those people are citizens. And we know many of the people are immigrants in various stages of the immigration process, because they've taken people right out of court, people doing things the right way. What has happened or is happening to the money and property those people have? Because now, maybe it's been reported on, I haven't seen it, but we know that the people there kidnapping and disappearing and deporting and all that stuff have real money. They have bank accounts, they have cars, jewelry, credit cards, some own homes and other properties. What is happening to that stuff? Is that stuff just left alone? Is it now in the hands of relatives or something? And I don't know. Like, this is a genuine question. What is happening to the money? Because historically, we know with Japanese internment, everything was stolen from them. All their property, their businesses, their money, their life savings, everything was stolen. We know that. So I just wonder, because I haven't seen this reported on, what is happening to the money that the people who are being kidnapped, picked up, rounded up, imprisoned, deported, sent to other countries that they have nothing to do with. What is happening to those people's money?
Apparently Alligator Auschwitz wasn't enough. Now they're going to build 2 more. One in Indiana and one in New Jersey. And for the people that are standing up against it in one form or another, excellent job. We need to do more. It's not enough. And you know how I know it's not enough? Because I look at this and I go, how do they not see? How do they not see what they're doing? Well, the only logical answer is they do. And they know what they're doing, and it's intentional. Example, I was watching a debate today. And one side of that debate, this man on international camera said the words, "I am a fascist, and I don't want people that don't look like me in my country." Why do I live in a country? Why do I live in a world where anyone feels safe enough and comfortable enough to utter those words? A lot of you saw the Fox Live the other day. Guy was tossing around the word. Not only was that incredibly racist, talking about how they needed to reclaim the word Nazi. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. It will blow your mind that anyone on national TV would feel comfortable saying these kinds of things. Just openly owning that that's what they are. Why are we allowing this? Why are we allowing this? Why are we allowing this? These same people hold on to the Second Amendment like it's a source of life. Cool. Let's use that. What was the Second Amendment written for, if not this exact situation? Why are we allowing these people to say this crap? Why are we allowing these people to do this crap? Why are we letting them get comfortable? Why are they so... Why? It's on us. It's on us. We're not calling it out enough. We're not holding them accountable. We're not looking them in the face when they say some stupid shit like this and go, I'm on TikTok, I need to watch my mouth. You know what we should be doing. You know how this should be treated. But for some reason we're not, because optics. Screw that. Screw that. Do not make a safe space for them. Somebody says some garbage like that, like they done on Fox Live, or that live on Fox, however you say that, like they did on that debate. Call it out. Call it out for what it is. Call it out for what it is and make them understand that it's not okay. Period. Because if we don't stop it, it's just going to keep getting worse.
Now, I have told you time and time again that Alligator Alcatraz, the concentration camp in the middle of the Everglades, is not a federal facility. It is Ron DeSantis' wet dream. He is trying to be more heinous than the president. Do you not understand that he is trying to become president of these United States? All you have to do is follow the breadcrumbs. He has taken our FEMA Florida money, and Florida taxes will be paying $450 million a year. Now, why would you even think that the federal government is funding this? Just because they had a trip down there to Alligator Alcatraz concentration camp? Now, my FB friend Philip Arroyo, who is a civil rights attorney here in Orlando, currently has a DACA client that's inside this facility. And he wrote an FB post on this progress. And this is what he wrote. He says, after weeks of trying to visit our client detained at the notorious Alligator Alcatraz, where we were forced to submit multiple visit request forms, bar cards, and ID copies, today ICE filing confirmed Alligator Alcatraz is not a federal or ICE facility. I'm going to say it again. Alligator Alcatraz is not a federal or ICE facility. This confirms what we suspected. Florida is running a state-operated immigrant detention center with no federal authority, holding people in unconstitutional conditions. This violates the supremacy clause of federal law and a due process rights in those detained. This is illegal, unconstitutional, and morally outrageous, and we will not be silent. Yeah, he's only reconfirming for me what I already knew. But some of you DeSantis lovers really think that this is a really good thing for Florida, that this is another tourist destination for you. I hope the courts shut them down, but it appears that all branches of governments are failing us.
Remember when they said they weren't going to send children to Alligator Alcatraz? Well, they're sending children to Alligator Alcatraz. A 15-year-old has just ended up in the facility, and they have no prior criminal record. Now, mind you, Alligator Alcatraz was supposed to be reserved for criminals because the conditions are pretty inhumane. That has been ignored. They lied as usual. This place, it's been reported to have flooding issues. It's extremely hot in these environments. The food is infested with maggots. And they sent a child there with no previous criminal record. Remember, the lights are on 24/7. They're in these like chain-linked cages with 30-something of them in these small holding cells, all gathered up, bunched up together. A child was sent there to deal with this, to have to go through this. This is absolutely absurd. They go back on what they say every single time. These people are absolute fucking liars. They built this, said they weren't going to send children there, and they are now sending children there. My name is Mercedes Chandler. I'll keep you updated on the story. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
This story is going to disgust you. ICE literally forced a migrant to bake out in the sun for hours. Mosquitoes swarming all over him. We cannot stay silent. ICE officials at the notorious Everglades facility, nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz in Florida, forced an undocumented immigrant to stand out in the sun, the scorching sun, for hours on end, while mosquitoes swarmed him nonstop. This isn't just rough, this is deliberate cruelty. We're talking human rights violations covered by Human Rights Watch and reported by top outlets. They call this place psychological warfare. No shade, no medical attention, infested with pests, a sick tactic meant to break people physically and mentally. Remember, many inside do not have a criminal record. Not hardened fucking criminals like the president. They're humans seeking a better life, like all of us. Give them that right. This is more than a scandal. It's a moral disgrace. You need to shout this out. Share this video. Demand accountability. Because when you treat people like animals, you're losing your humanity
Like,
too.
seriously, love this is just so inhuman. Like, it's as if the world is going backward. Okay, you guys are capturing all these undocumented immigrants or what have you. Why not just send them back to their various countries? Or why not just say, why even detaining these people? Like, and the fact that they are being forced to eat like dogs, they are being treated like animals. Like, oh my god, lovelies. Sometimes when I see some of this FAFO, I was like, oh, it is what we voted for and all of that. But, we are all still humans. Even if these guys are criminals, they're meant to be criminals, right? Okay. But it also happens that some of them are not even criminals. Some of them are not. But they have been treated even worse than criminals. They have been treated the way at which they have been treated as if, people are still in the 80s, in the 1800s, or in the 14th, you know? Exactly what could have been prevented, but because of one thing led to the other, misunderstanding, self-hate, and not wanting to listen to anybody's opinion, people are ending up in the hands of people like this. In the hands of people like this. How can you actually treat a fellow human being this way? Okay, if these people committed all these crimes and you don't want these people, why not just maybe you should send them back to their various countries? Because okay, they are immigrants, right? And they migrated from somewhere. Then send them back to wherever they migrated from, than to detain them close to Alligator Alcatra, where alligators are being surrounded, like as if. And this brother that spoke about their properties, the money the they have in their account and all of that, I think he also has a point. Because if they're arresting these people, deporting them, what happens to their property? What happens to their finances, their money? Who is taking it? Like, who are they handling over all of their resources, houses? Because these guys probably have good paying jobs. Some of them have home, maybe they bought home and and they have been paying for years, and now they are being caught up in ICE detention. So what would not happen to their houses, their money, their job, their properties? Because when this brother was actually talking about it, I was like, nobody has ever mentioned about something like this, and it's something that needs to be talked about. Because you said that this person is undocumented. Okay, allow this person to sell everything that they have, give them their money, and allow them to go back to wherever they're coming from. It's as simple as that. Now, for you to maybe, seize everything, then where are you dropping all of their earnings or what they own or something? At least immigrants should also have rights, right? To earn or to to end what they have worked for. Like, this brother has a point. And to the woman that was talking about how it was said that underage are not going to go to this Alligator Alcatraz, but it happens that children is like teenagers are being held captive there. Like, what kind of traumatizing is this? Fundamental human rights. Why are they traumatizing people? Like, sometimes when I see things like this, and I was like, these guys actually voted for this. Don't be surprised that most of these people, even when released or when everything goes back to normal, and they still have the opportunity to choose what they want for themselves, they will still might end up voting for the same administration that is putting them through hell. Like, seriously, they'll still might want to go ahead and do and vote again and against their own interest. Even when all of the handwritings are on the wall, people that looks like me have tried their best numbers and thousands of times to make these guys understand that you are making a mistake. But these people do not want to understand. They thought that, oh, black people, you are gonna be the ones to be affected. So, let me just vote the way I want to vote. But look at all of the repercussions, the after effects. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So, lovelies, if you don't subscribe, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one. Or in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.